Beach FM, locals talking to locals.
Beach FM, time to say good morning to the chair of the Waikanae Community Board. That's Jocelyn Prvanov. Good morning, Jocelyn.
Morning, Nigel. How are you doing today?
I'm not so bad. You've got the old croaky throat as well, by the sounds of it. Yeah, it's a nasty old...
The last 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah, that's right. And with school holidays, I suppose it might be a good thing the schools are on holiday to get rid of them. Otherwise, it would go through the school just like that, wouldn't it?
Yeah, well, my kid's normally pretty good, but it's good that I don't have to run around doing anything today, so I can just take it nice and calmly.
Good on you. All right, now you got Civic Awards, you say, tonight coming up.
Yes, so these are down in Paraparam, and basically it's to celebrate individuals and clubs in our community who basically do all this work that often goes unappreciated.
Right.
And it's a great opportunity to say thank you to those people and provide some recognition to them.
Sure. So where's this going to be? Where's this going to be?
I know certainly there've been some nominations from community members in Waikanae. So I'm actually going along tonight. So it'll be, I look forward to maybe meeting some of them again and being able to thank them for what they have done.
Yeah, sure. So where's this going to be, Jocelyn?
I think it's at Southwoods.
Oh, right, okay. Oh, it's a big night then, isn't it?
Maybe it's not. Somewhere,
you better find out.
I'll find out.
That's a good idea.
I'll check my diary.
Yes, yeah. Oh, well, we haven't heard too much about that, but I should imagine invited guests only, is it?
I think so, yes.
Yeah, fair enough too. Now, what have we got here? Farrah's an estate. I mean, you've been busy. You've been involved with that for many, many years now, and you had the school kids out there planting more trees. How many have you planted over the years? Do you know?
Yeah, so this is the Thousand Reserve, which is basically the old sewage ponds at the very northern end of Waikanae Beach. So for the last 14 years or so, we've had school children come in, and so they've planted probably 30,000 plants have gone in there.
Goodness.
by using them.
Yes.
And it's a two-way street. It's where it's providing them with some ownership in terms of that reserve. It also gives them an opportunity to learn about why we plant plants, understanding the ecosystem and the benefits for the community, for the ecosystem. Plus, often, children these days don't necessarily have the opportunity to plant plants, and these children love it. They really do.
Yes.
And I think in all those years, there's only ever been one day when we've had to postpone it, even if it is done in June. So the reserve is coming on really, really nicely, and it's really quite satisfying to go down there and see that. I suppose we've planted two areas. One is actually around ponds, so you've got a lot of waterfowl coming in there and nesting in there, and there's other times we've planted on more solid ground, and it's really quite satisfying to see some of the smaller native birds coming in there, like fantails and tui and what have you, so it's really quite good.
Great. I was just thinking, 14 years ago, some of those would have been 7 or 8 year olds, so they'll be in their 20s now, and they most probably get a great delight if they go back and see what they've done.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
So they've been planted by other groups as well, but the vast majority have been done by the school children, and so there's also a bird to hide down there, and so there's opportunities to see some some quite rare birds on those ponds.
Yes.
So it's a lovely environment.
So it's open to the public to go along and enjoy the occasion?
Yes, it is, of course. Oh, no, it's the actual planting. So, I suppose often there's parental help that comes along. We have some volunteers, but you've got to you can't have too many people on the ground there because people are tripping over each other because it tends to be in quite a small area.
No, I was more or less thinking just to go and wander through the grounds here.
Oh, yes. So basically, it's actually a large area. It goes from where the sewage ponds are all the way down to the beach, and so and there's tracks where that can take you to a range of areas there.
Sure. Yep.
So the eastern side of the ponds is closed off to the public because of the waterfowl, but there's a massive park there. In fact, it was earlier in the year when they had the park project going on. There was a big day in there on one of those days.
Sure. All right. Now, railway crossing. We were still talking about this. I spoke to the Mayor about it. With our trains now every 20 minutes, we've got to look seriously of some other access across to the eastern side, haven't we? Also got a bus service operating there from Sunday, isn't it?
Yeah, so from Monday the new bus timetables come in, and I suppose more importantly too is the using snapper cards, which is completely different from the old system. So you actually do need to have a snapper card sorted out by then, because you won't be able to use your old cards, and if you pay cash on the buses, you pay 25% more.
Right.
So I think the cards, you can actually exchange your current bus cards for a snapper card for free, and there are one or two outlets. I know there was only one over the railway line at, a couple of weeks ago, and hopefully there's more around there. But once you get your card, you can use it. I think there's also one at the train station. You can actually also upload it online. So yeah, so that comes in on Monday. So in terms of the crossing there, you're right. There's going to be more frequent trains, which is going to potentially cause more backup of cars. So there's two parts to that. One is actually looking at the phasing of those lights there, and that's something that we've been talking to council about, and for them to coordinate that with rail, so that there aren't those big snail ups, particularly around school start and end times, and also too when even it's going to be interesting to see what happens when even the trains do start coming quite frequently, because sometimes it can actually just about take 20 minutes for you to get to your car, if you parked on the railway line, to your car, and then actually start driving out, and then you get snailed by the next train coming or the previous train leaving, if you need to go across the railway line. So long term, I think there's still some work going about finding another access, but it's a long-term project, unfortunately.
Yes, an expensive one if you want to go underneath or over top. So, it's got to be worked on, I suppose. We'll just have to keep pushing it and see who's actually responsible for it, the council, or is it the Transmetro or whatever they call it, New Zealand Rail?
It's probably a number of authorities.
Oh,
so,
right.
Maybe one of the options is looking at a completely different access point as well.
Yes, and they've tried that, haven't they, without much success.
Yeah, so it's a long-term project.
That's right.
Of course, as that area becomes more and more built up, it becomes more and more difficult to find suitable access points as well.
Now, the car park, how's that operating now, seeing they only want people who are travelling on the Transmetros to use it? Are we getting that sorted out?
Well, so it's all gone quiet, but there was actually an article in the Dominion stating that there had been a legal opinion that they weren't able to impose any parking restrictions. They needed to go to consultation, and then Greater Wellington needed to put a bylaw in place.
Oh, yes.
So I think it's all gone quiet at this point in time, and so it's probably a month now since those signs went up, and I think they've backed off.
Yes, I think mostly, to be fair, it's mostly people who use the trains are using the car park, but we've just got so many more people coming down from Otaki and Levin who are using the sides of the roads and car parks that it's overfull again now.
Yeah, well, I think, more and more people are going into Wellington to work as well, and from what I see from my observations for when I go into work and using that car park, is that it always seems to fill up from the from State Highway 1 side, which, it means to me that if people are going to catch the train, they park as close to that State Highway 1, and as the car parks fill up, you've got to walk progressively further and further, because it's always on the Marai Lane side that there tends to be more car parks.
Yes, that's right. All right then, well, you look after yourself, Jocelyn, and we'll have a chat in a fortnight's time.
Yes, thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you, Jocelyn Prvanov.
106.3 Beach FM.